Alright, so is Go Beyond a Deus Ex Machina, or whatever term you want to use for it? Pretty much, is Soft and Wet Go Beyond something that just came out of nowhere to save Josuke and everyone from Toru? Well, in my opinion, no, not really. You see, I feel as though Go Beyond was foreshadowed a lot, and it really fits Josuke as a character. So, all the way back in chapter 1, the very first chapter of Jojolion, Go Beyond was foreshadowed. Specifically in this scene with Yasuho and Gappy, where Yasuho sees a bubble in her phone. But when she looks away from her phone, the bubble seemingly disappeared. It's pretty likely that this is a Go Beyond bubble, since around the end of Jojolion, we do see Yasuo being able to control where the Go Beyond bubble is going to go. So yeah, it is likely that the idea of Go Beyond, or something similar to the ability of Go Beyond, was in Araki's mind since the very start of Jojolion. And there's also another moment which I feel at this point everyone knows about, but in a later chapter, Mamezuku was able to tell that Josuke had spinning lines in his bubbles. Now, this ability obviously turned out to become Go Beyond, since Go Beyond is just spinning lines that are infinitely spinning to zero. And about 20.4% of my audience who is subscribed would have definitely figured this out. But yeah, all the way back around the Urban Gorilla fight, there is another reference to Go Beyond in the future. Also, there is the fact that Josuke having Go Beyond does show a lot of symbolism in the part, like how joining my Discord server and following my Twitter gives a lot of symbolism. So, pretty much, Josuke as a character is someone who really shouldn't exist. The fusion of Kira and Josefumi is something that only happened due to specific things occurring, like very specific things occurring, like 5 events that occurred to make Josuke really exist. And in a normal world, or even a slightly different world, Josuke as a person, this should have never existed in the first place. Like, Josuke would he just wouldn't be here, and everything would change. So, having a person who shouldn't exist use an ability that attacks you with things that just don't exist in the first place is quite fitting for Josuke as a character.